Yo, what is up, guys? Your Sorkin here. So today we're going to be discussing Starlink, and this is actually the biggest revenue source for SpaceX. If you take a look, I prompted my favorite AI here, ChatGPT Pro. Give me a breakdown of where SpaceX actually earns money from. Starlink launch services, and then their little starships and all that is nowhere. So Starlink is actually the top of their priority, and that's what they're building. 65%. So this $100 a month subscription is boosting the entire company of SpaceX. And I guess, I think maybe I'm starting to see why the SpaceX stock has plummeted 34%. I have a small guess. Maybe because 70% of the company is reliant on a little $100 a month subscription. Who even buys this? Let's see. How many people have the Starlink subscription, and how much does SpaceX earn per month? Let's take a look here. Oh, wow. 10 million. Okay. So, okay. I see the $2 trillion valuation now. They're making $8 billion annually, right? And, pretty big of that is profit. A pretty big amount of that's profit. So let's take a look. Maybe they make $5 billion, right? So I see how this crazy math works out. They need to get profit for 250 years for the value to make sense. And now I clearly see it, right? This guy's saying the first SpaceX earnings report is in 5 days. And yes, I'm quite excited to see it. I'm sure the stock is going to go down like crazy. It's very convenient that they put it literally right before the employees can sell their shares, because Elon, he doesn't want them to sell the shares. That's the thing. He doesn't want them to sell the shares, because he knows if they sell the shares, well, then everything's going to collapse. He wants the stock to go down even more. He wants the stock to go down to 90 after this earnings report. And then people will be like, well, maybe I can hold on to some of my stock, and less people will sell, and there will be less of a crash. Because if the stock is over 100, people, they'll see no future in the stock, and they'll sell their entire supply and be completely cleared out. And then it's down $90. The second round of sales come through, it's down to $60. Final round comes through, it's down to $50. And then Elon is back to his 2022 days of having maybe $200 billion, being the fifth richest person, and having nothing. Starship in space as seen by Starlink. Sure. Tesla AI. What is Tesla AI? Oh, nice. I was in San Francisco recently, a few months ago, May, and they actually couldn't take us to this airport. They said it's closed out, that we can't go to this airport, but now they can. Oh, and now there's Starlink in the cyber cabs. Oh, wow. I need to take one. Where I live, they're not really available that much. I mean, they are, but it's a very small area. Look, this guy's having fun. So, look, if Tesla and SpaceX merge, good for them. Their biggest profit will obviously be Tesla. They're going to go crazy again. There's going to be a pump. The company, this is theoretically, I don't think they'll merge the stock. That's extremely unlikely. But if they somehow do, it's going to go up to $300 and then collapse to maybe $100. Oh, wow. Here's the issue, though. Starlink is so expensive. It's $150. that in these Mexican tribes, let's see. Let's see the average salary of someone here. What is the average salary of someone from here? Okay. Yeah, okay. So a third of their salary is not gonna go to this machine right here. Unless they're getting a significant discount. They're not getting that money. Yep. They're not paying a third of their salary. Like, come on, you can buy a car probably. You're not buying this little Starlink. And let's scroll down a bit. OpenAI images. So this guy thinks the stock is overvalued by 24,000%. That's crazy. It's not 46 cents. If it was 46 cents, I might short it a bit. Maybe it goes down to 45 cents, okay? Maybe it goes down to 45 cents. I would short it a bit. But I don't know. This, even with this, let's divide, okay? Let's do some more division, okay? It's not even worth 2 trillion now. It's like 1.4 trillion divided by 8 billion. 175. What's this? Use thinking. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. What else? Okay. Great. Now, let's do another calculation. 122. Oh, what do I do? Divided by 0.46. Yeah, okay. Okay, I did the math correctly. So, no, this would literally be 8 months of their revenue. I think a fair price is $60. Look, that's what they originally said. That's what was it, Bloomsburg? Someone, don't call me, but someone said $60. And I think that's fair. I think maybe $70, even $80 if I'm being generous. But it really has to fall. I think one more month like this, one more minus 30% will be at $70. I'm fine with that, okay? I'm chill. If I could, I would buy it. But I'm not 18, so I can't buy the stocks. But if I was, I'd buy it at 70. Where do you think SpaceX? 5 years? I think 150 is real. But, yeah. All right. Do we follow? You know, I'll give them a small follow. They don't spam. Let's see. Do they spam? Yeah, they do spam, but whatever. All right, everyone. Have a nice day. And take a look at SpaceX. Take a look at what they're doing over there. And actually see where the money's flowing. All right. Good day, everyone.